So, last time didn't go well. I guess we do another match. Let's have a look at what happened. So, we were up against Pontypridd 3-0, and we still managed to draw that match. We might even have lost that match. That was quite impressive, I think. This comes to not only, but also thanks to Chris Adair's wonderful decision to get a second yellow card within 5 minutes. Might have been 5, I'm not sure. Not that it matters. And now we need to do the press conference, and then we need to figure out what we will do next match. That said, dynamics are fine, club atmosphere isn't fantastic, it could be way better if we had one, given that we scored 3 times. So, let's see. Well, as I said, press conference. Alright. 3 penalties awarded. Yeah, that's true. 1 for us and 2 for them. We definitely threw that game away, so that's true. Yes, well, the last match didn't go down due to the officials did it, so... Uh, in the end, we lost it ourselves, though. We shouldn't have given them the opportunity to get that penalty at all, or one of the penalties at all. I don't know. Aren't you worried? Yes, I am. I I have nothing against the video review. I guess I can argue that it seemed a bit harsh. In German there's a word for this. I don't know about English, but in German we call this a lack of Fingerspitzengefühl. So it's a lack of a fine feeling in the fingers, I guess. Yeah, and given that it was the first yellow card for the entire team, to give him a second one immediately. Yeah. Sure. Let's blame it on their manager. I'm sure it's a case of corruption in football. These things happen. I don't know. You've got one of the poorest defensive records in the division. Sure. Great. So I guess we need to do better. Let's stick to Chris. It's not like we have a choice, do we? We can play one of the youth players, but otherwise we are stuck to Jamie Roberts, and I do not see him doing that job anytime soon. Not full time anyway. Okay. So I think we should talk to the players immediately. None of them are in perfect morality. No. So they can get a boost in morale. Next match is in 8 days. We can have a decent preparation against them. It's against Travel and BGC. Set piece delivery and match review. No big deal, we can do that. The overall training, that seems to be fitting. But I want to find out if we need specific training against them. Is there anything we know about those? Positive mentality and this thing of a formation. Yeah, some random person just gave me a compliment for my writing. What writing? Well. So Simon Owen conceded 3 goals. I think that could definitely be better. Conceding 3 is not great. The 2 in the last match were already not fantastic. This time out, conceding 3, saving 1 would have given us 3 points. So it's a 2-point difference. And 6.3 rating is not great. He didn't have a single save. Problem was we criticized him this week, so we need to skip forward to next week. He did accept his official warning though. Might have had an impact on work rate. Not that it matters much for a goalkeeper. But sure. We are still waiting for his anticipation and reflexes to go up. Okay. So let's wait as well with the others until Saturday and Sunday have passed. Maybe the scouting report comes in. The one against the one for traveling BGC. If it comes in at the right time, maybe we can skip the overall session. Yeah, I slammed them for sure. That's a bit hard. I thought it was lacking certain aspect of that's not taste. What is it? I said it lacks a certain a sense of sensibility. Giving the player 2 yellow cards and within 5 minutes, whilst the rest of the team is not committing any fouls at all. This, by the way, is wrong. This is not second half. This is added to. This was scored in stoppage time of the first half. But apparently the cutoff is at 45 minutes here for this diagram. So again, this is wrong. Maybe I fix it at some point. Some success of linking up, sure. And these 2 are penalties, I think. So in the end, if not for the penalties, we would have won that one comfortably. Really easily. But the penalty stuff was on. Also, apparently we have an injured player, Alex Holt. It's not really horrible, but just a question of if we want to play him again next time out. It depends on what we face, I think. Given that we face 3 central defenders, that might be good jumpers or strong. A deep line forward might be a better choice. Also, we will probably play down the wings again. So, how fast are there? Well, We face two attackers here. There's not really fast attackers on the wings. So it's only two people. One of them is not very fast. Bowen and Phillips. Phillips seems fast, Bowen doesn't. So we're talking 4 people running through the middle. I guess this will probably be a high block. Again. So we can definitely set this as primarily trained tactic in case something's missing. And Martinez. Overall, I get the impression that Martinez is probably more suited to this role than the central defending role, because he's just missing jumping reach and strength. And I'm not fond of a central defender with a lack of jumping reach. Absurdly, he's one of the taller central defenders in our squad, I think. At 1m86. None of them are really tall, I think. Yeah, he's 1m78. His jumping reach is better though. He's 1m93, so he's taller, and it shows. And then there's also Wes Evans. Darren Evans, 1m81. Same jumping reach. And Sam Jones, probably, he has better jumping reach at 1m92, but the rest of his attributes aren't great anymore. So it's unlikely that he will make an appearance. The last time we had him on the pitch, no good stuff happened whatsoever. There's random people dropping me messages for my amazing streams. I guess this is a regular thing on Twitch. People trying to sell you some stuff. I don't know why that must happen. I guess there's people that fall for that. Alright. We should probably have a look at... So they consider this a B- performance overall. Well, given the circumstances, I guess we can be happy that we came away with a point. But... And the fans think it was entertaining. Sure. Board doesn't care that much about entertainment though, so that's good. And we had a decent performance against a bigger team. We are expected to be defeated against Treflin. Alright. So... I think last time out we also checked the U19. There was no specific player that comes to mind that can replace the right back. Right? Or is there... Yes, there is. Joshua McConville. He's not fantastic. But if I compare him to Roberts... Yeah, as I said, he is not fantastic. Joshua McConville. In fact, he's more of a central defender, isn't he? He's not strong either. I don't know, he's tall enough to be central defender, I guess. But 5 points of positioning is quite concerning. No, it doesn't look like we have a replacement. I guess we can... No. We do not have a replacement. We might bring
Thanks
along
for the
one
follow.
of the... Thank you very much. We might bring along one of the youngsters anyway. Or just go with it and I guess play without a right back on the bench. Griffiths can drop in out there in case it's absolutely needed. I'm warned by the FA. Okay. Actually, I never criticized the referees since I play Football Manager, I think. So that's kind of funny. I think if you overdo that, criticizing the referees, you might get a ban or something, and might need to sit out one of the matches, having it coached by the assistant manager. So I'm happy that we avoided that one. Hi Mies, welcome back to the stream. I think you missed the remainder of yesterday's stream, didn't you? Because we were going through the U19. So, long story short, we scored 3 goals in that last match. And afterwards, Chris Adair decided to get sent off, and we conceded 3 goals. 2 of them were penalties. I was that close, biting to my keyboard. So, whatever happens today, hopefully it's a bit better. That's at today's Champions League final, if I'm not mistaken, or something like this. I don't know, there's a random football match in real life, isn't there? An important one. Yeah, it's Champions League final. Between City and Inter Milan, or Milan, whatever. So, given that I will not watch that because no streaming service is available, or I'm unwilling to pay for them, I might as well stream through that match. But I think a lot, you guys might watch it. So I will probably not stream for 5 hours. It's famous last words. So somebody remind me once I'm overdoing it. Oh, it's a free TV. Well, in that case, thank you very much. Well, in that case, I might as well watch it. Cool. Sure, why not? I'm grateful for that. Seriously, I wasn't aware. It was the same with the relegation matches. As you know, I am somewhat affiliated with Stuttgart, and I did not watch either of those. I probably should have, though. Because they were on free TV. So yeah, somebody needs to watch these matches and be excited for the Italians to win. So I guess that might as well be me. Your Hamilton now knocks the ball past the opponent. I guess it's going well. His decision making is rubbish, so he will use that more often than not, I think. And in Tamati's case, I definitely trust him to run past his opponent. He has good acceleration. Hopefully his pace may go up at one point. Did you, by the way, read the message I dropped you on the Discord server? About a secondary goalkeeper. I thought about that. I wanted to compare stats in case you're willing to provide. Yeah, it's not that important, obviously. Take your time. Don't worry. I was just thinking, maybe you didn't see it. Okay, so we need to get through those, go through those messages. I didn't really read it. Nate Davies now dictates tempo. This is fantastic. It certainly fits him. Also, probably killer balls for a playmaker should be a thing, right? So let's teach him killer balls too. It's a trait that suits athletic players like him. What? He's not athletic, and we're talking about killer balls. Killer balls are not to be played by a. This game is weird sometimes, but sure. He started the training. I will not complain. Kieran Davies. He does complain about the high team training workload. He is one of the balanced guys, and we're talking a 16-year-old. Is he part of a mentoring group that will settle this affair? Well, not on the first team, that's for sure. Davies.
Thanks for the follow.
Thank you very much. Seems there are a few people around. Hopefully this is not everybody on Twitch right now that wants to sell digital assets. In any case, thanks for the follow and welcome to the stream. I was looking for Kieran Davies. Yeah, he's under the influence of Iron Jones. As I said, welcome to the stream. I hope you have a nice weekend, and feel free to ask questions in case you're interested in anything in particular. And if it's nothing specific, feel free to ask questions too. It's a stream after all. Or, I don't know, share your experience. Safe has been... So you're specifically asking for the safe. You're not asking for Taffs Well in particular, which is our current club. The safe has been great. This is a... Reluctantly, it is a journeyman safe at this point. I guess halfway. This is the second club of the safe. We are in 2029. The first club of the safe was Jidder Hockdals IK in Sweden, in the Swedish 4th division. And we promoted them to the second prior to getting fired. Because, apparently ambitions of the chairman were higher than ours. And now we are at Taffs Well in Wales, in the second league in Wales, and, well, let's say it's spotty. We are bravely fighting against relegation once more, even though we were considered to be top half finishers. So it's not going well. That said, it's been a lot of fun. So I guess it answers your question in a shorter manner. I hope that sums it up well for you. Are you from Wales, or I guess from the United Kingdom at least? Or what did bring you to the safe? Also, I'm not from England, by the way. As you can probably tell, I'm from Germany. So I have no idea about Wales. Alright, this is what we were looking for. On recommended. On recommended? What? This is I have no idea about recommended, but cool. I guess that's a plus. Now, why the hell would my channel be recommended? Who knows? I definitely didn't pay anyone, so that's surprising. Alright, the opponent will be tough to beat. Cool. They play a gegenpress style. And that's it. I do not like that very much, so we try to push him out of our defensive area. I think we determined that. Oh. Well, let me at least try to remain family friendly here, but this doesn't look impressive. I see. So, no, there's some sense to that. This channel is... I don't want to overdo it, but most of the time it's probably rock bottom. So, I guess smaller streamer counts, yes. That said, the people here are really nice, including Mies, who's around right now. And there's a few people from the United Kingdom, one American that is a regular, somebody from Sweden, good guy, as far as I can tell. And one of the longtime watchers was from Austria. So it's a bit all over the place, but it's quite nice. The people are kind of relaxed, as far as I can tell, most of the time. So if that sounds appealing to you, feel free to come along for the journey. Also, tell us about your saves, what you do, whatever. Just one notice of fair warning: all of this goes to YouTube later on. So do not share anything that you do not want on the internet, please. But I guess that's common sense. Just trying to warn everybody that comes along. Yeah, otherwise, I'm more of the fiddly guy. I will probably not run through 7 matches within 3 hours. That will not happen. Usually it takes me an hour or 2 to go towards 1 match. So if that's something that's okay with you, you are right here. If not, there's probably other people that are better suited. And there's no shame in admitting that. What? Scouting tasks have been downgraded. Oh, there's no scouting budget available anymore. Yeah, that's no big deal. I don't care. Okay. It does. It does. I think I like the name, even though I have no idea about the club. To be fair, I also like the colors. I'm not a big fan of red, but it's much better than the colorful approaches the remainder of football has usually. At least to me. I don't know. I just love black and white and grey. That said, against this, I guess we shut up shop and hope for the best. Oh, so how did you finish in Ostersund? That's the first question. Did you set a goal for yourself and then just determine that it's done now? I always struggle with those, which is kind of appealing in the Football Manager, I guess. To me, it's always an everlasting run that never really finishes. Well, I guess it finishes with the release of the next iteration of Football Manager if I buy that one. So he's jovial. It says lighthearted here, so I guess. Oh yeah. In Germany, we don't like Wolfsburg very much. That's true. But on the other hand, as long as it's fun. Okay. But it's not that bad though, is it? Oh yeah, also, just for your information, I downgraded the stream stickers bot because it got annoying to myself. So feel free to ignore that. It should trigger once an hour now. So that got reduced quite a bit. And in case it's still annoying, I might downgrade it even further, the frequency. I'm also trying to go with less ads and stuff because it's really annoying. Which just means that there's more pre-rolled stuff. So, yeah. I don't know. I never quite figured that out. Well, the Boys and Girls Club here, given that we barely escaped with a point last time out, but actually scored 3...
Thanks for the sub.
Oh, thank you very much. That's a second. Like, I'm quite impressed. I'm not sure if I deserve that, to be honest. Also, fair warning, there's nothing to be gained other than my internal gratitude. So I didn't get to do any special emotes and stuff just yet. I have no idea how that works. So, yeah. But thank you very much. Well, where was I? The Boys and Girls Club. So, given that we we barely got away with a point, but on the other hand, we nearly defeated the 6th in the league. Thank you. That's quite. I'm looking for a word. Is it gracious? You being a good guy and not hoarding, willing to share. Your willingness to share, I guess, I appreciate very much. That's to me, this is wonderful. So the thank you comes from the bottom of my heart. Because I spend my free time here, and sometimes it feels like everybody expects you to do all of that stuff on by yourself, and you get nothing in return. I get a lot of fun though, so there's an emotional dividend to this too. Yeah. Going back to Boys and Girls Club, if I can. Given that they are 14th in the league, they are quite dangerous apparently, attribute-wise, but something must have happened, because they are direct opposition against relegation. I do not expect us to see any light against Blevin and Blues. I do definitely expect us to do something here. So there must be a weakness in this squad, right? And we need to find it. From a tactical perspective, which, by the way, Mies is used to this, but you might not be. I hope it's okay if I call you Brandon. So you might not be Brandon, but I'm quite used to the viewers to include tactical suggestions and their reasoning. So if you see something coming up in my stream, feel free to include an opinion and, more importantly, an argument why you think that is. Not like close down XYZ without an argument, but like he has bad composure, close him down, something like this. Because sometimes I just overlook these things, or I don't know. I do not think of the strengths of my own players. That's just the way it is. A single person can never do that by themselves all the time, especially not in a correct manner. Yeah, forget about registration. There's 23 players. Should we register 2 additional players? Doesn't matter. This stuff is really annoying because in Wales, registration window closes, and I think it opens up like here or here maybe. It's 2 days later. It doesn't matter at all, but for some reason it exists. So yeah. There's that. Also, just for your information, regular streaming days are Monday and Friday. Usually 6 p.m. In GMT +2. So, I don't know. UK is another time zone, is it? But you can probably adapt to that. I just went through that. Go away. Thank you, it's okay. Duggan's contract was mutually terminated. Who is Duggan? That might be a player that we are interested in. It will definitely not be one of our staff. So let's see through that. So, why did you pick Wolfsburg of all the clubs in the Bundesliga? A particular reason? This is where you defend your choices. Go do it. With two Germans in chat or on stream, you will probably have a fun time. To be fair, there's a lot of clubs in Germany that come with a lot of sympathies. Not only Wolfsburg. I think, yeah. Oh! Oh! So, apparently you like to stir up trouble. Either them or Hamburg. Interesting. The external perspective on these things is quite different than the German one, I guess. So I'm not trying to troll you, right? Okay, I guess I do a little bit, but it's just for fun. Don't take it serious, please. But so spoiler alert: Mies is from Dortmund. Also a supporter of Dortmund, as far as I'm aware. I'm from Stuttgart, in southern Germany. I live in Nuremberg these days. That's in Bavaria. It's not entirely fair. Oh, okay. So let's just talk about Hamburg for a second. In Hamburg, there's actually more clubs in Hamburg, but two major clubs in Hamburg. There's Hamburger Sportverein, the one you probably referenced, which is, the former laughingstock of the Bundesliga. And they deservedly, I might add, just failed at winning the relegation matches against Stuttgart, which makes me moderately proud. Not because Stuttgart didn't get relegated, they deserved it, they might have deserved it, but just because I cannot see Hamburg in the Bundesliga anymore, it's quite enjoyable to me to see them try in every single season and fail at it, again and again. Especially as they were celebrating this season, that they go up and afterwards they were overtaken in stoppage time by Heidenheim, who go straight up as champions by goal difference. So that's fantastic. Yeah, sure. Feel free to answer the question, Mies. Of course. Of course. But take your time. And if it includes any pictures on the Discord server, please inform me about it, because I do not see them right now. I need to switch. There's like 3 screens here, but the most hated club in Germany, probably Bayern Munich. That's an easy one. It's not that hard to determine. It's also the most loved club. Leipzig, I wouldn't say. No. At least to me personally, it isn't. And it's not like I don't... I dislike some of the stuff in Leipzig for sure. Okay. Yeah. Well, I guess as somebody born in Baden-Württemberg, yeah, I probably... Anyway, Leipzig and Wolfsburg probably fit one... They fit a certain model. Also Bayer Leverkusen as well as Hoffenheim. Did I forget anyone? Yeah. So, but Wolfsburg is basically Volkswagen. It's a local club of the Volkswagen stuff, right? So it's not like Wolfsburg is I guess independent is as far as you can, as far away from Wolfsburg as it is from Hoffenheim or Leipzig. So that's not to say that the other clubs are much better. I think Munich, for example, you gotta look into this. Bayern Munich are owned to a degree by Volkswagen too, and I think it was Allianz, the insurance company. I'm not entirely sure. But it's not like the ownership of Bayern Munich is very independent these days. They sold out too. That said, I had some success with it. So I guess, yeah. Alright. James Redford, that's the opponent's manager. And apparently he looks forward to going up against Pablo Martinez. Given that Mies just informed me that it will be in free TV in Germany, you know, you just gotta mute the commentators usually. But who wants to listen to those anyway? Yeah, I might watch it. That's at 9 p.m., right? So it will be in 2.5 hours. That said, I didn't watch much Champions League, and I do not feel a strong affiliation with either of the clubs, other than maybe a slight dislike for Guardiola's football. So I guess Miss Claudia Neumann is commentating. Well, in that case, at least it's not Bela Reti, right? But poor Bela Reti. Nobody likes him. He did a good job overall, even though, you know. Okay, I will see to that. On the other hand, maybe my girlfriend will like it. So, who knows? Yeah, I think Pablo Martinez wants to play and he will play. He stopped a year ago. And he got replaced with Miss Neumann? Or what happened? Well, Bela... Okay, great. So, given your comment, they probably found a valuable replacement, right? So, it's fine. Everything will be fine. Just mute it all. In fact, I still think that that's an oversight. We should have the possibility to watch these matches without commentators. Just with stadium sounds. I would pay for that, actually. Just get rid of the commentators. Let me watch it without any comment. The Zone in the early days was great. There were matches without any comment all over the place, but we had the stadium sound. It was fantastic. I loved it. Alright, I think Pablo is excited, maybe. He is under pressure. I don't care. Let's be an ass about it. I don't know. I don't think that's fair. To dislike somebody for their gender. Obviously, I'm against that. I think it's a good choice to have a woman commenting football in general. I do not know if she does a good job or not because I didn't listen to her. Not that I was ever aware of it. Right? Welcome back, Mickey Billion. I hope you had a good weekend so far. Yeah, but in preparation to the Champions League match, I will brace for impact. You know, people, Jaron too, welcome back to the stream. Expected the streaming time will be about 2 hours, and then we will probably go towards the Champions League match. Because most of you will probably watch that. That's great. I love it. I had barbecue. Yesterday's barbecue. So... okay. The bookmaker has spoken. It's kind of nice, by the way, that Brandon just showed up for this stream. He's a new follower, I guess. And all of the regulars are starting to show up. It's fantastic. So you can say hello to everybody and feel included. That's our very special welcome. Yeah. I don't care. Do I think Porthcroll can avoid relegation? No, I do not. I do not think you missed much. I did a bit match conference stuff, and we more or less there was just talking. It's not like we did too much other than skipping forward a bit. And we will play the 14th in the league, and they look devastatingly strong, but their league position doesn't warrant that. So, I don't know. League position's bad. They look good. We will have a problem. Okay. Thank you, Mies, for the input. I will just need to determine that myself. Let's see. It might be that I completely agree with you. It might be that I have a different opinion. I don't know yet. But thank you for the input. Also, again, for the notion that I can watch this. I don't care. So, let's see. I had a look at the strikers of Travelin' Boys and Girls Club. They seemed not that fast, at least not all of them. So that brought me to the conclusion that probably a high block might be a good idea. We can have a look at that again, though. First of all, let's look at the individual training performances. Because morale hasn't been great. We lost. No, well, we didn't lost. We lost 2 points, I guess, last time out. Also, we might have a problem with the right back. The right back is suspended. Chris Adair got thrown off the pitch last time out. In a decision that apparently brought me to... Well, the Football Association was not happy with my comments on that. So they know that I exist now. You Tumulty trained well too. That's good. Passing and vision improved a little bit. I love that. Now, if only we can double that, then we'll be fine. Latona trains well. That's good. I like that. Sam Jones does. He will not play. Not if I can help it. Gary Byrne. He trains well, but that's about it. His morale hasn't been great. Adam Jones, I think he scored last time out. A penalty, that is, but sure. George Owen. He increased his long shots for some reason. Oh, we're trying to get a Metzala out of him these days, don't we? Yeah. Okay. So that's fine. How's Jamie Roberts doing? Apparently rather good, at least from a training perspective. But we might have overpraised him recently. And then there's a few other players that I will not praise specifically. And Toby Yates. Oh, Toby. Why? That's not good. Chris Adair had a shitty day in training too. So, weak, I guess. Pablo Martinez didn't train well. I don't like that either. He needs to play, that's for sure. Cole Gibbings? Nah, not impressive, is it? Okay, Clay. I guess I'm used to this by now. Alex Holt was somewhat injured. He had a minor injury within this week, so I will not complain. So this will go down tomorrow. We didn't talk about last match with them just yet. This is the old setup with the exception of Jamie Roberts, but we might as well talk to everybody, right? For morale management. But let's skip forward to Saturday first. I do not want to suffer the decline in morale for that one day. So let's skip forward, and afterwards we will have individual talks with them. Might take, 10 minutes or something, as usual. And then we will go towards the match and determine tactics. Scouting report is available, so we know about the player attributes more or less. At least we have a rough estimation about that. Did I forget anything? Set pieces might actually be an idea. As long as Holt is on the pitch, Holt is probably the primary target for the near post corners that we take. If Holt is not on the pitch, we should probably do it a bit differently. And last but not least, we need to determine how we deal with the right back issue. I had a look in the U19 extensively last session, given that Sharon Arnold was interested in the U19 players, but it does not feel like we have anyone in the U19 that can play right back, even from the bench. There are players that are obviously capable to play in that position, but none of them are quality or close to getting there. So, yeah. Maybe we just hope that Roberts can play through. That's a big guess, though, is it? Or a big ask, if you want to phrase it that way. Roberts didn't play for most of the season. He's more of a substitute. So, same as always, we start with Simon Owen. He got his official warning already, and we can definitely... Well, we can official warn him twice for the same thing, so why not do that? Sure. We cannot criticize his last game. Apparently I did that. How's Jamie Roberts? Jamie Roberts, 6.5 rating last match. He didn't receive an official warning just yet. No creativity. He had 20 minutes plus something to make an impact. He came on after Adair got thrown off the pitch. Yes, we do. Definitely. We could have made it out of relegation zone. Well, it's not relegation zone right now, but we are playing a direct opponent against relegation next time out. The Boston Girls Club, whatever the name was. So, where was I? We will not praise that. We will criticize the lack of chances created, and apparently I cannot do that. So White Tuck didn't play, not much to tell. Utamilty did play, had an assist. I will probably praise the tackling though, because that's fine. I like that. And it certainly gives me something to think about, because I didn't expect Tumilty to show up and to perform. He did though. He was in perfect mood. He certainly showed on the pitch that he was willing to contribute. I think that was one of the things I noticed. So, from that perspective, there's no reason not to play Tumilty this game. I'm fine with that. Kind of weird though, Tumilty more or less didn't play throughout the season. Toby Yates, well, the comparison here goes towards Holt. So, Toby Yates certainly deserved his rest, right? We are also trying to teach him how to play deep lying forward, because most of his attributes are fine for that. Passing's missing though, and vision could be better. A DLF fits perfectly fine within our tactic, I think. That said, he doesn't perform well, and subsequently his training isn't great. Also, his personality isn't that fantastic. He's just a balanced guy. So there's not much to tell him. We talked to him all day. Chris Adair will not play. He did get his official warning. In fact, I think he got fined. Do I criticize him? Sure, for the lack of chances created though. Because there's not much else here. The tackling was good, 2 out of 2. With the exception of, 2 yellow cards and getting red carded. So, I do not know how it would go down if I would warn him about the bad tackling. It doesn't show here in the stats. And that's the way Football Manager works. Gary Byrne didn't play. Kai Clay didn't play. Harry Copp didn't play, and I'm happy that he didn't, because Tumilty did. 6.9 rating by Nate Davies. No big thing here. I guess that's fine. 50 out of 57, that's acceptable passing, I guess. For a playmaker-ish type, I don't know. But it's probably okay. Yeah, he can accept that. Doherty did play. I am not concerned with this. This is fine. He didn't create chances, though. So, 7 out of 7 passes is good. Let's praise him for that. That's fantastic. He didn't create any chances, though, so I guess we criticize that again. And given that he didn't create a single one, lack of creativity is a no-brainer, as usual. Darren Evans, that's no good, is it? 6 out of 6 headers, though. So, he played as a central defender. So, we can actually praise his heading here. That's quite impressive for somebody with 10 points of jumping reach. I love that. So, also, he didn't get a yellow card. That's not the first time, but for him, that's impressive. Cole Gibbings. Cole Gibbings didn't have a wonderful game. But tackling was fine, I guess. So we can tell him that. But otherwise, I'm not impressed by this. Does improve his morale though. Griffiths. This guy. We're talking a 19-year-old that I forgot that exists in the U19. He came up due to being too old for the U19 at the start of the season. And if I look at the consistent performances, this is a season where we had problems. 6.72 is great from that perspective. I do not know what I would do without him. We wouldn't have this guy available. Sam Jones would play all the time. And we know how that went. So, that's great. Impervious in the air too? Whatever. I probably butchered that. He scored. Alex Holt scored whilst being injured. I guess that's fine. So, one shot, one on target. We took him off in minute 53 because he was struggling with the injury. We can praise his goal scoring though. That's good. Go on like that. Ollie Isaac, 6.2 rating. Somebody remind me, who said that we want to bring on Isaac on the pitch? Obviously, it was my decision to play him as an advanced forward. But who again wanted me to play Isaac? Anyone wants to take the blame? I simply forgot. Well, in any case, he didn't do well. Not there, not recently. And we can criticize his form. He might be on the bench though for the next match. Then there's Jones. Jones did score, so I guess that's fine. It was a penalty, but who cares? This is Jones though. That's true. That's true. So now you can see my argument though, right? This is why I usually do not like to do this. But we had to make the decision anyway. I was willing to be a bit pointed about that right now, but I can certainly see why we did it, and it could have went another way on another day, right? There were some situations where he barely got it handed to him from the defenders. There were some duels. If he would have won one of those, he would have been through, clean through on goal on his own. So it's not like it was a bad choice, I think. The outcome didn't fit the choice, though. Anyway, we will praise his match. And I think his passing, 20 out of 21, that's probably good enough for Adam Jones, is it? It is. Even for the perfectionist, or former perfectionist, that is. Not to be confused with Sam Jones. He's a very different player. Luca Latona. 2 out of 2 tackles, and he created a goal. I think he is an option for the right wing, given the tactic. Because he's a left-footed player. And also Tumulty did perform well last time out. Tumulty did a decent job. I think he had an assist on the left wing. So I'm willing to stick to Tumulty right now. He also knocks the ball past the opponent at this point. And it's not like I'm opposed to Isaac though. But I see Isaac as an 18-year-old that has time to develop. Latona's tackling was fine. We will praise that. Mickey Lewis didn't play. Martinez, 6.8 rating. Yeah, I wouldn't say it was great. Let's not overdo it. But I can see that he has his strengths. Specifically the acceleration. That's a weapon on this level. So I guess we should leverage that. Morgan Moody scored. Was anyone aware? Morgan Moody scored. So I guess we can praise that. Good stuff, Morgan. I forgot about that. Mohamed Turkey didn't play, that's fine. George Owen did play. Well, not a great appearance. His tackling was bad, no chances created. To be fair, he was there to defend, and he didn't manage to salvage the 3 points. So we can probably warn him about lack of chances created, given that he played in midfield. And then we are back with Simon Owen. We've been here. That's it. That's all I can do for now. Obviously, I could try to appeal to the conduct or something like this. Not sure if that's a good idea. Conduct hasn't been... not much changes have been going on there, with the exception of Chris Adair's conduct. Chris Adair's conduct took a certain sharp drop due to the red card. Otherwise, I'm happy with it. Alright. Everybody accepts their warnings, or they don't. We don't care. This is about Aaron Hill here. Yes, I'm aware of this player. Thank you very much. Important dates in December. We will have a match each week. Guess that's fine. And the transfer window will open. We will have an additional defensive midfielder coming in here at the start of January. On loan, that is. This is important. At least to me. So, this is the mentoring for the this is for the U19 though. Well, it's still important to me. So George Jenkins is more focused on his game now and less controversial. I guess that's a plus. Resolute and level-headed at this point. Fantastic. Doesn't seem quite as ambitious, that's no good. And less sporting, I don't care. Sportsmanship is not that important to me. That said, less ambition is not a good thing. On the other hand, resolute and level-headed is good personality overall, so I'm happy with this. He would stand a chance in the first team. We had a look into this last time out. Tyler Johnson-Richardson. Well, more focus, less controversy, and doesn't seem quite as determined. I don't care much about the determination. Sure, more determination is better, but if he loses a bit of determination, that's not the end of the world to me. Media-friendly and reserved. Maybe he can drop the media-friendly at some point, but fairly professional and reserved more or less is fine. So, no big deal there. And then we have Mike Morris. Mike Morris is the one that is desperately trying to find out what defensive midfielder spells like. He increased his handling of pressure, and he's become less sporting. That's a plus for me. I would rather see him becoming a bit more ambitious, though. That would be great. That's the feedback for that. So now we will go towards travel in BGC. Anyone has got any idea about travel in BGC? In real life, I mean. Like, is there any interesting story about this club? Anything we are willing to share? I can see you Googling right now. You don't have to do that. Michael Kelly remains uncomfortable. Dropping deep to get the ball. Well, he might play killer balls though, does he? Or go for the pass instead of trying to score. I guess that would be a really good fit. But killer balls should be fine. So let's try killer balls. Sure. Do we need one? I guess the question is, do we need to replace Adair? Is he that bad? Okay, I guess 6.59 rating isn't impressive. And the argument can be made that Chris Roberts is not good enough to replace him. 6.62 rating, he's a little bit better. But this is not impressive, you're right. So, yeah. The argument can be made, sure. With the scouting assignments, though, Let's have a look at this first. No. You know what? So I think I agree with you, Cherenollet, but I don't want to set up an assignment and let them travel all throughout Wales and England, because that costs a lot of money. Let's ask the director of football and do all of that, but after we went through the match. So I will probably not wrap up the stream today with a match, but we can wrap it up maybe with looking into player alternatives, if that's fine with you. There's some sense to that, hopefully. But let's concentrate on a match right now and do it later on. Because if I start to go through right backs for 1.5 hours now, we miss the opportunity to do the match. And I would rather do the match, if that's alright. That said, we can not only focus on right backs, right? We have a transfer window coming up in a month. We can look at improvements for the squad overall. There's also the striker position that is a bit spotty. I expected more. Goalkeeper, I guess he could be better, but it's not like I'm willing to change that. He's a good addition to the squad overall. And then we can talk about each and every single position. You can probably guess that I will not look for an additional playmaker, given that we have like 10 of those at the club. But for example, a Metzala might do us some good. And we might release the captain or something like this. Let's see. Okay, they play a gegenpress style. They also are in bad morale, more or less. Let's not encourage them. What do we know about them? This guy has bad first touch, his kicking isn't great, and his throwing isn't great. So we expect ball distribution not to be fantastic. He uses long throws to start counterattacks for some reason. Okay. So we know that his distribution isn't great. Good. Is there anything else? We should probably do it by the strikers. Starting by the strikers. This guy's fast. His finishing is absurdly bad though for a striker. Anything else? Off the ball movement isn't that great. Case of a tight mark? Not sure. He knocks the ball past the opponent, that fits him nicely. Dribbling is 7 only. So we gave away 2 penalties last match. This is me saying it might not happen again. But on the other hand, dribbling 7... It feels like this could be a case of a hard tackle. His strength and jumping reach are not that impressive. They are not that bad either. Bravery is... it's not bad enough, is it? So... Tight marking is dangerous to do, because he's too fast. Closing down, I guess, might work. I don't know. Any weakness to him? Well, we should definitely cope with his pace if we can. This was Ivan Roberts, so this is the left-sided guy in this setup, which means this is a right-sided player here. Yeah, Griffiths can probably cope with at least a little bit with that. And then there's Holmes. Right-footed guy, rather slow. If the ball movement isn't that great. This is a target forward, is it? More or less. Really aggressive, so probably more of a pressing forward. There's a reason why we want to get him away from the goal. It looks like he's the guy for the flick-ons. So do not mark him tightly, but close him down. I don't know. Alright, let's see. We do defensive setup, pushing higher on the pitch. It's really, it doesn't matter much. Both of these strikers are dangerous within their own rights. So, assuming we play a low block, this guy might not find the space to run. But on the other hand, this guy might just find an opportunity to go with a flick on or a header. So we might as well push up higher. This is for next match only now, is it? Yeah, here we go. Okay, so in his case, tight marking might not succeed, but on the other hand, I don't want to avoid it. It's not like we do not have a choice at all if we mark him tightly, so no specific instructions. He has a weak foot though, that's for sure. We also know that this guy's finishing is really bad for a striker. His 7 long shots are actually more threatening than the 4 points of finishing. Yeah, I will. It's a matter of principle for me. I just do not want Man City to win anything. That's all there is to it. So I will support Inter. It's not a strong feeling though, if that makes sense. I hope that's fine with you. And in case there's any Man City supporters in the chat right now, sorry, but I'm not really sorry. All right. Well, that's a hard way to put it, but sure, if you want to put it that way. As I said, I do not have a very strong feeling on that. Matt Bowen. Matt Bowen's passing is good. His off-the-ball movement is good. He's more or less fine strength-wise. He's not fast though. So, assuming we can mark him tightly, he might steal away from his marker. But not very fast. So I would rather try to mark him tightly. Okay. Yeah, let me go through these. Maybe Mies remind me after the match about it, if that's alright. So not to disturb it right now. And thank you very much for your understanding. Is there anything else about Matt Bowen? He has a weak right foot. He's a left-footed player only. Yeah. Thanks. That's great. I like this community so far. Seriously. With the patience and so on. This is good. Andrew Phillips. So also, Matt Bowen, his dribbling isn't that great, but I don't want to go in with a hard tackle here. Bravery is good, composure is okay. We will have a hard time. See, that's a problem. I think the hard tackle on Bowman might succeed. We have a ball milling midfielder on the pitch anyway. So, on the other hand, 6 points of dribbling is not bad enough that it will succeed every single time. And he has the bravery, composure, and strength to go into situations where it hurts, right? So he will not shy away from it. It's strictly due to the fact that his technique is not that fantastic, the dribbling. The remainder of that, though, first touch and technique, passing, not that bad. So I'd rather not go with hard tackles here, even though I thought about it. Dribbling 7, he's not the better one of the two. He's also slow. Yeah, but I guess this is why we mark him tightly. And also, we should probably close him down too, right? Kind of a weird combination. To restrict his time on the ball. Same with Andrew Phillips. We're trying to restrict the time on the ball of those two. If this is played in a gegenpress formation, these two will push up. So they will be in attacking midfield most of the time. So we might as well press them. Oh, it's raining outside. I was wondering, what's this weird noise? Yeah. Apparently we got some rain. So, Rhys Davies here. Physicals are more or less fine, but not that impressive. Off-the-ball movement is shit. This is one of these cases where I have to make a decision. Yeah, true. I agree with that. So that's what I was thinking right now. The problem is we have 2 men wide, right? So which of our 2 men in the wide areas are the ones that are responsible for this? Because we play like this, so we can play if we play in midfield 4 against 4, which is a bit risky, you might argue, right? These two can try to defend the wingbacks, and these two can be astray out up front. That's not a defensive way to do it, though, and we have defensive mentality here. So the argument can be made that Tumulty and Moody need to drop back with the others. We can basically double wing it, I guess. Tumulty as well as Moody get man marking instructions, and the two fullbacks can help in the middle. Not the worst of it. And they might still find some situation to overload the wings. We might still go down the wings. But it's a more patient approach. Given the success with Yidderhogdals, with that kind of setup, with the man marking of the wingbacks in these situations, maybe we should instruct our white players here to man mark the wingbacks. Yeah, that's what I was going for. So this would be the left wingback. They will not do any good there, but they will be around, right? At least restricting the space a little bit. And there's also the concern, how fast are Tumulty and Moody? Because Tumulty and Moody are friggin' fast, right? Well, not that friggin' fast, but fast enough for this league. Rhys Davies isn't. He's not slow by any stretch of the imagination. But he's okay-ish. Yeah, but we come with the wonderful situation that Jamie Roberts will play here. Pushing up Jamie Roberts is probably a really bad idea. He's no good up front. So I guess there's a lack of ability here to do that. I'd rather keep it as it is. That said, we will still go down the wings. He will probably provide some width. And in this situation, we also need to adapt tactics immediately and go fairly wide at least. Because through the middle, we will not stand a chance. This is too congested. I do not think this will work. So Cameron Cox is the other guy. He's not that slow. I was hoping for a slower player. This is not bad. He dives into tackles though, with a tackling of 6. That might be a bit risky for him. Good dribbling. We might show him to the inside. In fact, let's do that. Let's show him to the inside, so everybody needs to go through the middle. The middle is where we have most of our men. And then there's Andrew Baines. Oh, these physicals. Really bad off the ball movement though. If we put somebody on a tight mark on him, he will probably outmuscle that guy. Dribbling 3 to 5, bad composure. This is a case of trigger the press and tackle him hard. So, last but not least, central defenders. He's a shitty passer. No, he's not. But he has a weak right foot. He's a good passer. That's not great. So, we cannot press up until the central defenders. That will not work. That would be overdoing it. He has good passing too, which I do not like at all. Sean Jones, for a central defender, that's decent passing too. Is any of those really slow? Not slow enough for my taste. So I do not know what to do about this. They are not bad jumpers either. Positioning is 8, 7, and 13. Heading is good. Well, it's okay. But with that jumping... to be perfectly honest, I feel like we need some luck scoring against them. Do they have bad dribbling, bad tackling or something? Not really. So we need to win this in a tactical approach. I'm not sure how to do this. We go down the wings. We, at least on the left, we should overlap. Passing into space might be an idea. Given our... Well, it's either pace... it's pace and or off-the-ball movement in our squad. Alex Holt is not entirely fit. That's a problem, that's true. It's not like we have a replacement for right defensive position. In fact, there's only Sam Jones left on the for the bench. I'd rather not bring him along. No, you know what? We bring along Toby Yates. So this is very attacking from the substitution setup, but who cares? We need to do it like this. Davies is the one to be played in this formation. Latona is the one to be played. That's all fine. Gibbings can tackle harder here. And in this setup, this guy is fine at the near post. So I'm happy with that. Moody will take the corners. On the other side, I guess we can let Utumulty take the corners. I'm not sure about that. I'd rather not do it. Thank you, man. I forgot about that. I forgot about that. There's still some water left there. So, thanks, Charanana, for reminding me to drink. I never figured out that this might be a real issue, but it is. Quite happy that it's available as channel point stuff. All right. Any other concerns? Any ideas? This is a concern, obviously. We might play Evans there. Not a big fan of that, though. Martinez is the vastly better player. And there's a problem with Alex Holt. Floated crosses might not work. I don't want to restrict it. They have really good jumpers. So floating it in will probably not be a good idea. Positioning and jumping is good enough. In fact, but again, they have decent mobility, haven't they? That's a good point. That's a good point. If only we had any. But this is a good point. Do we have anyone that's capable to cross, though? Hamilton's crossing is a friggin' 6 points. This might actually be a case to play Isaac out here. No, why would we do? We don't need to, do we? We can just switch. So now Tumulty can do, what he does best. Play as a regular ass winger. He marks the wingback. He's on the right, so he marks the wingback on the left. This is fine. Taking through a risk is not his style, so I guess we take that off. The rest of it is fine. And on the left, Moody is still fast enough. Winger out here, sure, why not? So we can personalize this here. Do it like this. Play with wingers. They have... I thought about that too. Right now, his mentality is balanced. If I put him on attack, his mentality will be positive, I think. Yeah, it's positive. Is that a bad choice? No, he will try to go past his man, right? So there's some sense in that. He will try to penetrate, and if there's a passing opportunity, we can have that. Davies is perfectly capable to pinpoint these passes past the three defenders here and the wingback. So maybe Moody stands a chance out there. That's good. In corner taking, he's not a good shooter though. He has 5 points of finishing and 4 points of long shots. I do not think he should take the shot. He will though. You know this guy at this point. He will take the shot. In fact, the experience that I had with shoot less often in midfield was that some of them actually take the shot more often if you instruct them not to do it. You haven't been around at that point. They pick the occasion a bit more, I guess, with a bit more mindfulness, if that makes sense. So I still think we should adhere to what their attributes dictate, right? But the winger idea is not bad. It might work. Attack duty also is covered by Martinez in defensive midfield, to a degree. That said, it opens up the right wing. So let's have a look at so our left, their right. So let's have a look at this guy. Cameron Cox is not that great of a crosser, and he is not that great of a passer. So maybe we should trigger the press on him too, just to be sure. Because he certainly seems like he might give away a pass or two. And also he hugs line. So assuming we win the ball back out on the line, we might have a lot of space. Okay. I like the idea with the wingers, even though we are not used to playing like that. I like it. We will try this. And if it doesn't work out, you might as well blame me. That's fine. You know, we are not here for this day anyway. Or as a certain Swedish guy put it, get off this rock. I like to quote that. I really like that. Thank you very, very much for being an enrichment to my life. So, this is a home game. I think we will encourage them though. Cause an upset is always good. And I do not see anyone that is nervous in particular. Some of them might be, we know that. But overall, I think we will go with the standard stuff here. Hopefully they can do this. So well, apparently we made one replacement. Simon Owen made 46 saves. He also conceded like 30 goals. We are playing a relegation candidate. I wasn't aware. So sure, the pressure's on them. We can have a single point. Fine with us. It's not great, but it might be okay. This doesn't fit the short passing. Great, Davies! Off to a great start. Was this the guy that dives into tackles? No, forget about that. Still, off to a great start. Hopefully he can continue like that. Roberts takes a short pass, and that's bad already. Davies. Gibbings. Martinez. Gibbings. Latona. You see? He's going for a run, Moody. There it is. Not the one I expected, but he took the run. Not that bad. Well intercepted. Roberts Roberts, Tumulty. It's weird not to have inverted wingers out there. Tumulty, Davies. Davies finds a nice pass. Latona. Martinez. Martinez takes the shot. Well, that's something. And now, well, nothing happened. I was hoping that we can see some of the closing down and the defensive setup. But for now, it seems to work just fine. 6 minutes into the game. We didn't give away a chance yet. Tumulty, Roberts again. Don't do anything stupid, Roberts. Davies, Tumulty. Tumulty with a cross. It's not that bad. Ends up with one of the central defenders though. So these guys have really good passing, and that's a problem. The strikers, there's only one striker that's fast though. Gibbings, nice passing. Davies, Roberts again. Roberts loses the ball. I feared as much. Bowen, Berry, Bird. Apparently everybody's got a B. Jones. His name was Sean, I think. Cox. Jones again. That's not a bad pass. Holmes is too slow. Holmes should be too slow. Did you see that tackle by Griffiths? What a tackle. I think this is probably what they mean if they say last ditch effort. What a tackle. Owen was entirely beaten. There's another Roberts out there. Martinez. Moody. Oh, Moody, why? You could just have asked Latona. Good stuff by Gibbings. Mad-Eye Moody, yeah, probably. Alright. Fun fact, I actually have some sort of markup here. But otherwise, there's no resemblance with anyone in Harry Potter whatsoever. Moody takes a free kick. I guess that's a chance. So expected goals wise, everything's fine. Roberts. I don't know. I'm not the one with some sort of weird comparisons. But it's not the first time that this came up. The Edward Snowden comparison. So I guess I'm used to it by now. Good stuff. Davies. Nice killer ball by Davies. Finds Moody out on the wing. And that's a corner. We take those. We take those. Go! Score! Let's have a look at the setup. Griffiths is here, this is fine. Gibbings is back here, this is fine. Holt is available here. Both of these are decent jumpers. He's not a good header though, and I think Holt's heading is like 10. Jones is outside the penalty area. He will run into the penalty area, I think. Davies is out here. He's more of a passer, so this is fine. And there's enough people in the back. So I can live with that. Not bad. Moody. Holt doesn't manage to get to the ball. And it's intercepted by Adam Jones. He certainly found his defensive duties, which is great. Gibbings. That ends up with Alex Holt. It's another hopeful effort. So, not a great one. But overall, we can be happy with this so far. Keep in mind, we're trying to defend this. It's not so much about scoring all of a sudden. There, Roberts got a yellow card. That's a pressing forward. We don't care. Other than trying to annoy him. Double T, cross by Roberts. Moody doesn't jump. And Griffiths is there to pick up the ball. Griffiths with a interesting pass. Yeah, it was offside though. By Adam Jones. Tyrell. Baines. Bowen. That doesn't look very congested. Come on, take him on. Well done, Tumulty. See? It works. At least sometimes. Holt wins the ball, loses the ball, and wins the ball. Tumulty. The winger finds Roberts out on the wing. That's not the way I intended it, but sure. Oh, Roberts, don't do that stuff. Picked up by their Roberts, whatever their name is. Ours is Jamie. Ivan. That will make it much easier. Barry Bowen, that's definitely offside. So that worked. Tumulty apparently is not happy with the feedback. I don't think we should demand more. That's overdoing it. Cross from deep. He's wingback on defend duty though. Isn't that on by default? Dribble less. Cross from deep. I guess cross less often would be an idea, wouldn't it? How's his crossing? His crossing is a freaking 6 points. So I guess crossing less often is fine. I'd rather have him play the pass. Which is not that great either. Let him play the safety pass. Yeah, hopefully he can find it. Hold. It doesn't go in. Sorry, sir. Davies, Jones. So much for your feeling. Don't want to criticize your feelings, obviously. You might be right after all. Maybe for another free kick. Oh no. 2 people injured. What happened? Garrett Griffiths has taken a knock. At least their target forward is definitely out of the game for now. Same with Griffiths though. Do we want to risk it? The alternative is Darren Evans on the bench. That's not a great choice. Yeah, it should be. But for whom? I don't know. He's injured, but he feels he can shake off the knock. Okay. So given that he feels he can shake off the knock, both. Nah. Everybody's encouraged. Everybody's happy. Tumulty this time doesn't react in a negative way. Free kick taken by Moody. Gibbings doesn't jump. I feel like this is a problem. Tumulty out on the wing. Tumulty with the cross towards Moody, and that's the wrong guy. Picked up by the wrong guy. Roberts. Please don't do shit, Roberts. Great. Griffiths. That's not offside. It's not a corner either. Barry's passing is decent, I think. That's dangerous. Phillips. Not bad. Oh, well. I guess that's a nice tackle, by the way. But it wasn't needed. It was clearly offside. So we held him to a grind for now. With the exception of that certain defensive performance at the start of the first half. Tumulty picks up the ball. Tumulty. Adam Jones is not a bad header, but there was no pace behind it. No strength. Latona, Davies, Latona with the cross. And we get a corner. Not a great chance. We have no corner alternative other than the near post corners, because really our corner taking is not great, and there's no great long shots or something in this squad, so Moody's corner, and that's all there is to it. We do seem to defend well, though, so far. This is not picked up by Moody. Moody now has to track back to cover Cox. He doesn't. Latona should. Holmes. That's not offside this time. Goes behind. We cannot encourage them just yet, or talk to them in any way. Alex Holt is nervous. Bowen takes the corner. Picked up by Davies. Roberts. Yeah, well, he doesn't seem to be aware of the counter-attacking opportunity. Moody, Tumulty. I don't know, actually. What's that, Tumulty? So, if we switch to balanced or positive at halftime, positive is not... They are not that great with positive just yet. But looking at this, we gave away one chance. So, sure, they had a better chance, but overall it feels like we are doing fine. Davies. That's good. That's a bad finish though. And this guy's finishing is 4. The other one is the dangerous one, I might argue. So, with the exception of these 2 chances, we were well in control of the game. If we go more positive, that might change. And we are not used to it. That comes on top. We are getting used to being positive, in a positive mentality in this formation. So maybe we can just fire it up and hope for another 15 minutes and, you know, if it is a point at the end, whatever. We can warn them about that though. He seems to lose confidence, that's not that bad. He's nervous. Let's try to ease the pressure off him. Now he's uncertain and unhappy. Oh. Seriously. Gareth Griffiths has no confidence. So we try to encourage him, right? That should do. Moody is very motivated already, but Moody is mentally he should be perfectly fine. If we criticize him, Latona, I don't know, but he's on a 6.4 rating, so let's try to fire them up. Alex Holt is the biggest problem now, but we brought along Yates, so given that Yates is on the bench, we might just substitute for deep lying forward. That will definitely not be the standard in this formation, so I guess that's good. The rest of them, I do not feel like we need specific talk with them. So he's confused and demotivated. Let's give him another 5 to 10 minutes, and if this persists, Yates comes on. No big deal this time. Sean Jones must be careful now. Who's Jones? One of the central defenders. Holt's free kick. Yeah, but I'd rather go positive, because we are at least used to being positive. There's a positive formation after all, or a positive mentality tactic after all, which is exactly like this. So I'd rather go positive than balanced, because I think we will actually defend better in the positive mentality. But we do have chances here. Well, we might have. That's well intercepted. Moody runs wide. Come on, man. Will he find a cross? Yes. And it's a corner. We haven't been that lucky with the corner taking just yet. So let's encourage them and hope for something. Moody will take the corner. It's not swinging one. That's not good. Gibbings was caught pushing somebody. Okay. He gets a yellow? Seriously? Was this really needed? So I guess we switch him to ease of tackles. Because I think like Gibbings will probably play through. Well, if he doesn't get a second. But I'd rather substitute Griffiths due to the minor injury. By the way, how's he doing with that injury? No notion of it anymore. He's just exhausted. Owen finds Roberts, Ivan Roberts. He's the pacey one with the bad finishing. Well intercepted by Martinez. Jones finds Moody. Moody runs with the ball. He's not that great. Oh no. The idea was nice, but that's it. Gibbings, that's a bad idea. Well defended. That's offside, is it? It's not. I think it was the left defender, Latona. It's Latona's fault. Yeah, you see? The angle is a bit off, but it's Latona's fault. Or it's the referee's fault, really. What? Well, now we need to change things. So we go with the positive mentality and I will need to reconfigure this. He plays as a winger here on attack duty. We set that up. He plays as a winger. Yeah, let's not overdo it, man. We are 53 minutes into the game. He cannot tackle harder anymore. He should ease off tackles due to the yellow card. We can try to play Isaac here. Forget about the winger. Do inverted winger on support. That's what he's trained for after all. Crossing aim towards the target forward. Sure, why not? This is what's on here. And we'll let Roberts overlap. I know he's not great at it, but at least he's very motivated, so whatever. Let's try to do this. Then Doherty is not the one to play in support duty, I think. And I do not think that we need to try to... It's no good going with the long balls. I'd rather put Yates on, put him on as a deep lying forward. Create some space there for Adam Jones to score. Because Adam Jones is the one to you are looking for somebody in a striker role, but the striker is on the pitch. He's here. He just doesn't find the space. So we need to create space up front. And I think Yates is able to do that. At least he should be. He's enough tackles. That's not necessarily needed anymore. So crossing towards target forward, seen from that perspective, shouldn't be a thing. Because there's no target forward on the pitch. Let's get rid of this. Davies isn't off tackles yet, it's true. We can bring on Evans. The question is, do we bring him on for Gibbings, who is on the yellow card? Or do we bring him on for the entirely exhausted Griffiths? We can just substitute one of the two. So, who needs it more? Yes. Yeah, they brought on a substitute striker, see? Tyler Brock. Is he the one that scored? Did I miss that? That's my bad. Oh man. I should have looked at the tablet maybe. Also, there's the feedback down to the left that comes like 20 minutes delayed in the match. It's really annoying. So, this is a winger, more or less. Good finishing though. It's a runner. But now we need to chase. So, I guess, given that Brock is on the pitch, we replace... Brock is on the right. So this is our left. We replace Gibbings. Because Gibbings is on a yellow. On the other hand, Gibbings is the best tackler we have. No. Gibbings remains. And if we get another red card in the next match, it doesn't matter anymore. We need to gamble. Maybe Yates can have a good appearance. For a change. And we can probably demand more at this point. It's a home game after all. Who gets a yellow card? Griffiths. Well, he just went off the pitch, so that will not matter. And I will demand more. Gibbings, Martinez, Gibbings, Latona. Latona, Martinez, Davies. Good ball, but not good enough. I should probably rewind to that scene and have a look at it again. But it feels like there was some space created here. Adam Jones, clearly not offside. Adam Jones again. That's Moody. Nah. And Latona is missing the long ball. Baines is booked. Baines is booked. How many yellow cards is that on the pitch? It's 3 for them. None of this is very exciting for us though. There's no obvious area where we need to overload. Roberts didn't have an impact yet. Did we? Isaac plays as an inverted winger, yes. So that's fine. That's clearly not offside. Isaac with a cross towards Yates. Yates is the wrong one for those. It would have found a target man though. Or the target forward. Moody takes the corner. Tyrell, that's a goalkeeper's error. Adam Jones for Moody. Oh. Which reminded me of something. Yeah, corner taking. So we are 59 minutes into the game. And the corners are still taken towards the striker. The striker is no longer... He's a good header, but he's not a good jumper. So we need to switch those two and maybe do it like this. It's not great, but maybe that's fine. And I guess the right back can take the corners. To the near post. What? Yeah, near post corners. Thank you very much. We take him here and hope that he can out-jump one of the central defenders. That's Gibbing's job. The demand more apparently was not that great. That's 5 yellow cards now, 4 are still on the pitch. Is there any way that we can force them into getting an additional yellow card or 2? They are not that good at it. We do overlap on the left, I think. Did I forget to... I forgot to... No. I forgot to re-include that. Sure. Yeah. That's true. We can also up the tempo a little bit. Distribute to the flanks. That's a problem if you include the instructions in one of the tactics and then you have a very similar tactic and it doesn't use them there. Yeah. So this might draw an additional foul. It comes at the risk of losing possession though. Moody's no good as a winger so far. Takes a free kick. Yeah, that's not great. Very... Yeah, so with the get stuck in, they are in a bad mood. You know what? Let's do that. So getting stuck in is fine with me. Push up even higher. That's rather risky, but what can we do? I do think attacking is a bit overdoing it right now. Jones. Isaac. Oh, come on, Isaac. What a chance. Sure, you're not a goal scorer. Moody takes the corner. That's not one for Yates. Moody. Yates. We get another free kick. That one will probably be taken by Moody too, yeah. What are we going for? The best header? Let's have a look. So this is not ours. Yates is here, Evans is back there, Gibbings is here. So Gibbing is probably the primary target. Adam Jones is marked. Nobody cares about Davies because he's a really bad long shot. Evans hits the post! He hits the post. Is it offside? It is. Tyrell. Minute 73. That's not well intercepted. It's offside though. Let's go attacking. It's not that far off the positive mentality. Did they substitute anyone? I guess Tyrell is still more fit. Our pressing is on... Yeah, we can do it too much more often, but we are getting ways away from what we are used to now. What we can do though, is we can play a more pressing passing game with an even higher line, And most of that stuff in training. Jones, Davies, it's offside. We also have 2 substitutes on the bench. We have 2 left. So that's George Owen, who could come on for Moody, trying to go through the middle. So overlapping on the left too, with Latona. I feel like this setup is difficult too. Obviously there's arguments given their formation. On the other hand, there's also arguments given that George Owen can find a passing option through the middle maybe. And Latona might overlap. So, not that bad. Doherty's available, Gary Byrne is available. Gary Byrne for Nate Davies doesn't feel like it's entirely needed. I trust Davies to find a pass too. So I guess it's Owen and Doherty. Latona is in good shape though, his performance has been shit. On the other hand, so I guess we bring those 2 on. Moody can come off. We bring on this guy as an inverted winger on attack. He's not fantastic with this. And he's a small guy. In fact, he's really small. I wasn't aware. So that's all I can offer for now. We may put Martinez on support duty. Push up a little bit more. Win the ball back even higher. We might stand a chance. So now Doherty's on the pitch. Which reminds me, Doherty has really good crossing. Cross more often is on. Cross from deep? Not necessarily. On the other hand, crossing from deep would create... He's a supporter after all. Crossing from deep might create chances for those with good movement, and we have players with good movement on the pitch. Martinez with a hopeful long ball. Owen wins that duel. Doesn't matter much though. This is a good ball. I'm sorry to report. And we are lucky. 10 minutes to go. We are in attacking mode. Does anything happen? Well, Doherty with a throw. Intercepted by Baines. Sean Jones. That's one for Gibbings. That's not one for Yates though. Cox. Jones again. They are specifically instructed to close them down. The ones up front just don't. Isaac. That's not offside. Owen. Oh. Forget a corner. Let's encourage the team once more and go towards overload. Hope for the best. Maybe we scored. Maybe we don't. Maybe we concede a second. Roberts takes the corner. That's not a good one. They substituted somebody. Who is it? Jenkins. Who's Jenkins and why is he that tired? I guess we show him to the weaker foot. Good passer. Really bad off the ball movement. So mark him tightly. Yeah, that's it. Doesn't seem like we created any chances though. Doherty, Davies. Doherty's cross from deep, which was dangerous. Isaac wins the ball high up on the pitch. Davies. Is this a shot? Barry. And it's picked up by Bowen. this goes down as an undeserved loss. I'm considering if we can do something here, probably be more expressive. And shoot on sight at this point. Doherty, Jones. Again. Gibbings finds Roberts out on the right wing. This is good. He finds Davies. Davies intercepts. Is this a cross? It's a corner. So who's on the pitch to take the corner? Isaac? Apparently not. It's Owen. Second attempt. That's really bad. Jones intercepts. And Jenkins. Martinez. Evans. Evans with a long ball towards Isaac. Isaac's cross. It feels like we're losing out on all of the physical duels. 30 seconds to go. Last chance of the game, if any. That's it. That's the game. Yeah, they waste time. That's the game. Ten to 4 chances. Bowen gets another yellow card for good measure. Owen's long ball. Intercepted. Isaac. Game's not done yet. It is now. Yeah, unlucky it is. So, we weren't that bad. This is unlucky, but the problem is we are persistently unlucky. But it was unlucky. And the argument is the number of shots, I think, so we will do this. Maybe the positive mentality needs to be a little bit wider and a little bit more aggressive. I don't even think. Well, we had chances created. The problem is we create low-grade chances in this formation. The high-grade, I guess higher-grade chances are counter-attacking situations. It's just the nature of the game, right? So, if we push up high on the pitch, we are well in control of the game. But the chances we create are not that great because there's not that much space. If we drop back deeper, then we have better chances created. But our players are... Some of them are fast, but their movement is not that impressive. So the off-the-ball movement and anticipation, that's a problem. To find wingers that also have the mentals is kind of hard on this level. Bolt was on a 6.5, Yates is on a 6.4 or something, is he? Yeah. There was a situation where he created space, but it's more if Yates creates some space and Adam Jones has some way to drive into that, that's fine. I don't know. I do not have that much of a strong opinion on that. And I think this is... Oh, fuck. Sure. We are back in the relegation zone. Welcome. Yeah, of course that happened. And now we are expected to win against Lebanon Blues. Good stuff. Alright. Give me a minute to cool off and get some fresh water, and afterwards we will have a look at right backs, okay? Fuck. Never mind! Let's not do that. We will go to the board meeting. Anyone's nervous? We might end this save today. Yeah. First of all, let's do the press conference for good measure. Yeah, well, the entire season went that way so far, so it's kind of. At this point, I'm thinking this is well overdue, given that they expected us to finish mid-table, but they're finally getting the hang of it that this will persist, and we will not just climb out of it all of a sudden. To be fair, some of the results have been really unlucky, including this one. So I don't want to overdo it with the luck. Some of my management decisions probably haven't been that great. And you might argue that this includes Yates, but on the other hand, it's not like, there's a lot of players that are just unwilling to come to this club. So this is just what I do here on stream. I manage these clubs. So I guess there's that. How on earth did you lose it? I'm not happy in defeat. Yeah, well, he scored and that's it. No, it was the goalkeeper. That's even worse. Yeah, the goalkeeper was fine. That's a problem. We had the chances. We could have won this match. And again, it's about the officials. I don't know. The relationship is fairly poor. Okay. I don't have anything to say, because I have a meeting with the board now. We will criticize for Yates at this point, sure. When did he score last time? Doesn't matter. There it is. The board are disappointed with the management of the team. Preferably due to the bad results. So refusing to attend will get us fired. Everybody's ready for this? Blame it on Yates. That's probably not possible though. I think you can all read this. So suggestions on what we should do are very, very welcome. Also, this is part of the game. If we get fired, you know, I will just continue to save. But we can be defensive about it all day. In the end, it's well deserved at this point, I think, given the results. So we had, I don't know, that free last time out. We absolutely need to win these games. Point a finger on someone is not possible, I think. We're well on course to achieve the targets laid out at the start of the season. No, we are not. Everything will work out fine, and this is a knee-jerk reaction. The problem is, I do not think there is an option with bad luck. Is there? Maybe this. I think stick to the plan and everything will work out fine. Is this it? Because it does look worse. That's true. So much is true. I'm not so sure if the performances have been that great though. We created some chances, so there's that. But so I guess we have the time to talk about this, right? I think what didn't go well is I didn't find a tactic that fits the player base. I was trying to implement something that wasn't available here, and the skill level is not available either. I overdid it. This is we should have done hoofball from the get-go, or something like this. But we would have needed to sign players for that. I did try to do something where everybody can contribute to some degree in any situation. Maybe it would have been better to have central defenders with 16 points of jumping reach and no tactical awareness whatsoever. Also 3 points of passing. Who the hell cares? But we signed Martinez. It's not like Martinez is a bad player, but he's not a good central defender. And that's on me. I also tried to overdo it in some areas, like with Moody. Holt was maybe a hopeful signing. Yates did a decent job last season. The decision to play Adam Jones as a shadow striker other than a poacher, that's on me. He did perform from time to time, but in the end, some attributes are missing. I'm trying to teach him something that he doesn't do. I was hoping that it would be 3 points better, maybe 6 at this point. That would suffice, right? But in the end, it's the composite of all of these things, and I'm prone to trying to create something that fits me from the style. And maybe I shouldn't have done that. Maybe I should have adapted it to the circumstances a bit more. That should have included maybe a poacher. It's too late now. We will not retrain him. His tactical. He's not used to it anymore. So it will not work if we start it now, even if we get some time. So I will try to convince them. I will pick this option. Unfortunately, we need to see tangible proof on the table, and that hasn't been the case. Are we begging? We might also threaten to resign. So the option with the fans is useless. The fans don't like us. We might, yeah, we are not. We are not that. We are not glorified heroes at this club. So this doesn't work. this stuff, there are people that are better than me, definitely in the game, so this is not a thing. Passive resigning, threatening, no. Unhappy dressing room, probably not. Asking for a change, a chance. That is true. I do not know though if it does work. Give me a month to improve the situation as a promise, and if we fail at that promise, we get fired. So that's a gamble. Thank you, Mies. I love it. To be fair, you can blame it on the away kids. Okay. Joe Nullet has a strong opinion on that. Do the rest of you agree with the upheaval option? Is this fine? We are asking for a chance without promising anything. We might get fired in the end, though. Doesn't matter. We'll just continue to save later on. Also, Mickey Billion will finally see us off this rock. I'll do it. It didn't go well. No reaction. The last time I did this... No. No, we are done. That's it. We are no longer in Wales. It's done. All the best for our future. So now everybody can have some creativity going forward on what job we want next. Shit. I was not ready for this today. Well, at least we do not need to hunt for a right back right now. Good stuff. Really good stuff. Can we get out of this menu, please? Seriously? Let me redo that. I guess I will try to fix a bug. And I might need to reload. No, there's no other save prior to that. So we will, obviously, I want to wrap up this stream at some point and look at the other jobs. Oh, we can press the spacebar. For some reason, spacebar works. So we were sacked. And I will not follow all of this. Because I do not care about the World Cup and Champions League. Well, other than watching the game later on. So let's reject this. We will look at the job center for a second. The vacancies are for coaches, I don't care. Let me guess, it's a village club. It means it has a meaning of something like was it Pretty Village or something? Mika Billion, do you remember? The village club. What are they doing? This one. They are 14th in Swedish First Division North. They are dead last in the 4th league right now. They are back to being rock bottom. This is the 4th league, right? Is it? No, it is not. It is not. This is not a fourth league. This is a third. Sorry. So, but they will go back down. I'm sorry. Okay, let's have a look at the jobs. So I'll open the home menu though. I think it's easier to like look at that. There's a lot of it. Okay. We might try to be managers of Taffs Well. In a bit more seriousness though, I do not want to remain in Wales. What's Montrose? Where's Montrose? This is Chinch League 2. I don't even know where this is. Scotland! You know, I've had enough of non-contracts for a while. They do have serious contracts here. So that would be an idea. There's also, I was never manager in Portugal. What's the Oriental Dragon are available? That has been done by Sealand though, so why would we go there? Well, I am not opposed to playing in pink. It's Is there anything in pink around here? Does this count? It's been like 20 years since I had a look into this book. This is as close to pink as it gets. It's in case you're interested, it's about analysis. That's math. So nah, not doing that. I will not apply all, no. Let's not do that. I want to pre-select those. But I will not go about it for another half an hour right now. In fact, there's something that I promised to do that does not include the match squad. Let's have a look at the gaming server right now. In case you are aware of the Discord, maybe we can have the link here. Give me a second. Copy link. This is the link for the image that Mies uploaded for the secondary goalkeeper that we wanted to have a talk about. Why is he your secondary goalkeeper? He's not that bad. Is he? He's fairly professional and this is reserved. But the media handling is reserved. This is a great personality. This is why he performs better. Yeah, I think this is down to the personality. I would argue this is personality. I don't know for sure, obviously, but to me this is personality. And in case you want to see the rest about that, it's on the Discord. Okay. Good. So, job openings. First of all, I want to look at the manager profile too. So at this point, we have knowledge in Italy, Sweden, Wales, and Serbia. You know what would be great? Yeah. Oh yeah. I had a look at that. Well, a glance. But your the way you put it is really great. He is just performance-wise. He brings it to the pitch, I guess. Whatever you expect of him, at least he brings it to the pitch. So whatever. Expected saves of 82% and saved 85% of the shots obviously is a bit better, but I would say this is statistically insignificant, right? 3% more or less, who cares? The other guy though underperforms. That's for sure. So we can argue all day. Well, there's a certain Antoine Pouget who is half Norwegian too. Not that it matters, does it? But maybe you can get him long term. Yeah, as a backup, that is. He trains well. He has good personality. That's a good addition to a squad. If you want him to be around the squad. How old is this guy? He's 22. That's not too bad. So, this went well. Also, is Brendan Brightman still around? No, he is not. So, a special thanks to Brendan Brightman for coming to the Twitch stream. Especially for the last episode of Taffs Well. And now we will go somewhere else. Preferably not to Serbia, Wales, Sweden, or Italy. Preferably somewhere without work permits too. So I guess within the EU or something. There might be work permits in the EU in some countries. We can go to Austria, Klagenfurt. Probably not with those kids. I don't know. And I will not do an international management, that's for sure. Let's not decide on that. So, Champions League matches coming up in half an hour. I think this is the right spot to wrap up the stream. Let's save this once more, because now we're out of that friggin' menu. And thank you all very much for suffering with me. It was great fun. Stream today was only 2.5 hours, but at least I had fun. So, yeah, this is how it goes. Have a nice remainder of a Saturday, and maybe, I do not know if I have time tomorrow. So, in case we do not see each other prior to Monday, there's the odd chance that Monday's stream will not happen because friends come over for barbecue. I will keep you posted. I will keep you posted on Discord. So that's the best I can do right now. And I will adapt the schedule on Twitch. Yeah, well, maybe we need to do another stream tomorrow. Who knows? I'll try. Anyway, have a nice remainder of the weekend too, and thank you very much for watching. I'll look into it, but not right now. I'll look into it next time out with a clear head. So, see you all on the other side. Bye.